because you said you don't like reading, right?
I never said that.
How are you a book reader if you don't like reading? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like reading.
Why is everyone except Moiraine, Land, and lanfear woefully neglected in this season 3 trailer? We discuss all of this and more in this book spoiler edition of Bustin' Blockbusters. Welcome, everybody. I'm Matt, as usual, blasting into your ears as I speak, as I usually do. I am all excited because we have a whole bunch of Wheel of Time Season 3 content in the last couple of weeks. The first couple of weeks of December really is when it started happening, and we're recording this coming up on Christmas. You're probably getting this somewhere a little bit before Christmas. We may be doing this podcast in 2 separate episodes because we have just so much to talk about. And it won't just be me rambling. You get to hear somebody who not only is a Sauron supporter, but is also a Dark One supporter. That is Priscila. You can find her at PriscillaTV1 on the YouTube. Priscila, how are you doing? Are you excited about all of this?
I'm very excited. I am a Sauron supporter, more like I'm a Sauron fan, not a supporter. I don't.
You're a double S.
I don't agree with it. No, I don't agree with Sauron's agenda. I'm just a fan of his. But I'm not the Dark One fan. No, I'm Team Moiraine. I am a Moiraine guy.
And then we're going to be looking at the season 3 teaser, shot by shot, from a book spoiler perspective. I may even ruin it for Priscila. I don't know how much she's read.
Let's go.
Reckless speculation. Reckless speculation.
Now, we have a shot of Egwene. Looks like she's in the shift just the same way that Nynaeve was. Those are the archers, just like Nynaeve took the test in the archers. This is definitely Egwene's accepted test. We've got Swan, so it's before she's deposed. We've got Lyanna.
Lyanna. And that's
or
the
Leon,
other one is who?
Leon. This one I don't know. I don't know.
The new one. It's a white one.
Yeah.
A white sister. Is this white or gray?
That's a good question because the lower half of the dress appears gray, but she's wearing kind of a white shawl over the top. Of course, Swan's blue. Swan is a blue sister, and she's just wearing gold stuff. Leon is a blue as well, but she is kind of wearing blue. Anyway, the channeling on this looks fabulous. All the little blue streams in there. That's just gorgeous. But so we know we're going to get Egwene's accepted test. We don't know how much of it, but we know that we're going to get it. The thing is that where's the mistress of novices? Where is
Sheridan?
Yeah.
Sheridan.
Yeah.
Sheridan. Yeah. She's with her. She's a Black Aja, no? You said she's with Leandri.
Would she
doing Black Aja stuff?
I guess she's got to flee too once they discover more Black Aja. I don't know.
I mean,
or maybe the actress just didn't come back to film season 3.
In the canon of the show, she's being manipulated. She's
being compelled, according to Perrin. Yeah,
she's being compelled. Yeah, so we don't know if she's Black Aja or not. So let's try not to jump into conclusions, Matt. You accusing people left and right.
I didn't call Ciaran a Black Aja. You did. That was you. That was not me. I've been rope-a-doped. Let's move on. This is Moiraine laying down in her dress. She's tired from doing the channeling, or she's looking for the globe. One of the two. Here's Moiraine's eye. It's got to be Moiraine's eye. It couldn't be anybody else's eye. That's what I see anyway.
Sure.
Look at that eyeball. What do you see there in terms of that light?
Does that
look like a doorway?
It looks like a door.
Is this her falling through the doorway?
Yeah, that's a door.
In the next shot, where the sun is shining brightly and she looks like she's finished with. I think this might be as she's standing up with the globe. Let's move on to Rand dragging his feet through the glass columns. Those are the glass columns in the back, the crystalline columns. That strange bluish light like Priscilla, you pointed out earlier, indicating alternate universe kind of stuff, alternate world. This is where Rand is traveling into his past as he walks through the glass columns, and he's experiencing his ancestors' lives further back and further back in time with each step. One of the things that I love is the way that the feet are dragging, because that is very symbolic of how they say it's very difficult to get through. It's even harder every time you go further back in time. It's even harder, not just physically, but also because of the mental anguish that it causes, which I absolutely love. That little, just one little shot, a little tribute to that is all I need, and I'm very happy about that. Anything else?
I was going to say that the shoes look a little bit modern to me, but what do I know about Renaissance shoes? But to me, it looks like shoes you just go and buy in the mall somewhere. But that's just me.
They do kind of look business casual, don't they?
Oh, Nynaeve.
The one shot of Nynaeve that you get where she's not all gothed up, there's only 2 shots of Nynaeve in the whole trailer, which is why I'm so angry.
She looks very beautiful there.
They're gonna have to do a whole lot with her and Mogi, simply because they're hiding it so much in this teaser. That's what I'm thinking. It's going to be really big, and so they can't show any of it. I bet she's waiting on Egwene or Elayne while they're getting their acceptance test done here. Either that, or it's from that scene where she's brought in to
I think
identify
she is the scene
Leandrin
that
as a
she's
Black
brought
Aja.
in.
Yeah,
she's just this Black Aja. Yeah, she's going to point. But the thing is, why she's uncomfortable being brought in to accuse Liandry is beyond me. This is
because Liandrin gave him a chance.
Fearful.
Liandrin gave him a chance with the Shan chant. And Liandrin has kind of been her, in the show I'm talking about, Liandrin has kind of been her mentor in a couple of ways. Helped her.
Yeah, but what about solidarity to Egwene? Liandrin had no problems about selling Egwene. So
yeah. I don't know. But I think you're right. I think this is her saying she's about to point to Liandrin.
J'accuse. She's a j'accuse.
There you go. That's exactly what's happening there. Egwene and Rand.
Oh.
They look surprised to see each other. They're laying on this lovely rug. This will be the only reference to foxes and snakes that we're getting this whole season, I think. There's the snakes on the rug. There's the X's. Maybe, is that a fox face on that pillow? Probably not, but I'll pretend like it is. There's the X's for foxes on the pillows as well. Yeah, there you go. There's your foxes and snakes. That's all you get. I think this is Teleron Riyadh. I think they're both end up in Teleron Riyadh at the same place somehow. I don't even think this is.
I think they look beautiful.
I think they look surprised.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here?
No, I'm just saying that they look good, and this cast they look good. That's what I'm saying. It's insane.
You know what? I actually think, and as much as I hate what happened to Egwene in season 2, I think having Egwene's shorter hair after having her ponytail cut is really cool. I think she looks. I think Maddie looks beautiful with shorter hair. I don't know if it's a wig or if she actually, or if the long hair was a wig. I haven't seen any actual shots of Maddie lately. I think she had shorter hair at CCXP. Rand looks like a schmuck. He looks sweaty. He looks. Well, you know, I'm a Rand hater.
I would get him like this way. It's okay.
He looks like he needs water.
I would give him water.
I bet you would.
Just go ahead. Just go ahead. I cannot see this man. He's too good looking.
Here, of course, Moiraine's cheeks are lifted. You know why? They're lifted because they're actually dropping. Because she's falling down. She's upside down. Her hair is going all over the place. She's a mess. It looks like it's part of the same scene from earlier. Well, she's in a different dress. Look at that. That's not the blue dress that she was in before. That's the
So she's falling twice at least.
Yeah, maybe falling into the things and out of the things. Maybe that's
maybe that's how
because this is falling. This is falling in. Look, there's no sand. There's no sand.
It's true.
So yeah, this is her falling in. The other one is her falling out.
Okay, good theory.
Okay, the thing that we should have had
That's
2 seasons ago. 2 seasons ago. Look at that dude.
You keep forcing me to. Yeah.
I don't know who's in the corner here. It's probably either Moiraine or Egwene watching them train. And I think that this is part of that scene that they were talking about in CCXP. Why didn't we get this in season 1?
Because they didn't have time. They didn't have time.
I'm so sick of the pandemic. Everybody blaming the pandemic on everything. It's no excuse. It was never in the script.
Look, the pandemic was.
Instead, they wanted.
Like
instead, they wanted to make a silly love triangle between Perrin and Rand and Egwene that went nowhere, and make it all CW.
I will defend the triangle, the romantic triangle, because that's what I got from the book. And if the series is just ratifying what I understood and people told me that I was wrong, and the series just go, no, Priscilla, you're right, there was like some crash going on there, then I will say yes.
So this is just about your ego.
Very painful adaptation.
So I had to lose an actually important scene like this in season 1 just so you could say you were right.
No, of course not. I'm just saying that Rafe understood the message. I understood the message, and we are both sorry. Most of the people in this fandom didn't. Perrin had a crush on Egwene, and that was a problem.
How do I get you to be quiet about that? How do I get you to be quiet about it? Maybe I just put Rand real close up in your face. There's Rand. He needs
amazing profile, right? Amazing profile.
He does have a good profile.
Yeah. He does.
Move on. Okay. There's Rand's backside. You said you like looking at people's backsides. There's his backside right there for you. He's with someone else. This could possibly be, I'll show you the shot here in a little bit, but I think this dude, or I think it's a dude.
It's a dude?
I think it's a dude. I don't think it's Moiraine. I think it's one of the clan chiefs that we see on the far side dais at the Golden Bowl when Rand and Cooligan are announcing themselves. That's what I think. Definitely, you can see what I thought were trees. They're not, because the trees are holding bows and spears. Trees don't normally hold bows and spears in this story. They do, of course, in Lord of the Rings, but not in this story. So those are Aiel. And the white sands, again, indicate to me they are approaching the Golden Bowl.
I'm just going to say that I like that they didn't spoil this shot with another quote from the Vulture article. So kudos to them. They look beautiful, and there is no sexual tension. There's just like this distrust from Rand and this Moiraine. Please don't be a douchebag. Look,
which is pretty much what happens in book 4 and 5. Yeah, that's pretty much a good synopsis right there. That's excellent. All captured in one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of it. Rand's like,
you're not going to use me, I said. And Moiraine, just do your job, dude. Just don't be difficult.
Now, see, the clothing on these, I believe these are wise ones that they're talking to. Probably asking for permission to go into Viridian. That's my guess.
Yeah.
But see, that clothing looks very familiar to me from the very first shot, right? It looks like 2 of those people that were there. So maybe they end up taking him to Viridian and giving him permission to go in. But here, I think he's asking for permission. So this may be the end of episode 3, the beginning of episode 4, one of the 2.
Because episode 4 is going to be a big one for Rand.
Right. Aviendha Sora, the tree of life, the last remaining Chora tree. Oh my gosh, that shot. I fist pumped
It's
when I saw
beautiful.
this shot in the trailer. I was just,
You like you fist bump yourself. It's like, yay!
yeah. I fist
You
pumped.
high five.
I fist pumped into
High
the
five.
air. I fist pumped into the air. Is what I did. Yes, yes. That's what I did because this tree is gorgeous. Now I don't think those are actually the glass columns below there. I think they're supposed to be, but I don't know what that is. But there are some kind of markers. I think it's just to show this is a sacred place. Because don't the glass columns kind of lead into where Aviendha is in Rodian? I think that's the way it's kind of like a concentric circle weaving in towards to Aviendha. What a glorious thing. And the glass columns must be nearby because look at all the bluish light, just like when Rand's walking
a lot
through the
of
column.
blue, yeah. A lot of fantasy blue, fantastic world blue.
Yeah.
Magic blue, yeah.
But here it is, all glorious. And of course, you know the story of the king from Carian, the tree killer, and why the Aiel hate Carian so much. So
yeah, they started out in liking them so much that they gave a tree, and then they started hating them so much because of a tree. So, but
well,
the guy was a jerk.
He cut it up and made it into a throne.
A jerk.
And he's related to Moiraine.
The guy was a joke. He's his uncle, not her uncle or something.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy is like, what a stupid idea, man.
Yeah. Tree killer.
Yeah.
The worst.
Tree killer.
The worst. There's Rand. Same kind of light.
He looks like I don't know, concerned.
He's going through it, isn't he? I mean, he's really going through it. He's experiencing all of these past lives of his ancestors, and it's tough. It's tough, baby. He is in the glass columns. He's looks very intent. Now Moiraine starts seeing her possible futures. One of them is Rand, his wound from the spear in the show, from his bout with Ishamael in the book.
Oh my God! Look at her clothes.
Opening up.
Look at her clothes.
I know.
She's all glamoured up.
So in this
She's
one,
the queen of the universe.
Well, I was wondering, is she the queen of Carian in this alternate universe, or is she the Amyrlin seat?
I think she's the queen.
Think she's the queen
because she could have been. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because she could have been if she wanted. She could have been.
But just is that a heron mark blade? Can't tell. Because I was just wondering if Rand stabbed himself. By the way, Rand's blade should be destroyed. So somebody had to give him a new sword when he's training with Lan. Because he destroyed it when he drove it into Ishamael. Since he didn't use Calendor. Since we're not going to get Calendor. That's the way that goes. And just to prove to you that this is not real, they flip everything. The camera keeps flipping around to make you dizzy. By the time Moiraine's ready to cry about Rand, the camera's already upside down.
Yeah, but at least they were good friends if she has to cry because he's dying.
Yeah.
So
well, it's better than the
silver linings.
It's better than the real life version. It's better than the real life version where she just wants him to shut up. Aviendha standing at the edge of the threefold land. That's what it seems like to me. They've come through the spine. They're going into the threefold land. Lanfear being Lanfear the way she is around Rand. Lanfear being the way she is around Rand, the way Priscila wants to be around Rand.
No, that's not true. I have nothing. Like the character Rand Altor is a character that doesn't strike me as particularly attractive.
Natasha O'Keefe being with Josha in the way that Priscila wants to be with Josha. Ah, gotcha.
Priscila doesn't want to be with Josha. Priscila is a very happily married woman. Priscila just says that this guy, Josha, is very good looking, and that she gets nervous because how
You
can
said you
somebody
would.
be so good
You
looking?
said you would bring him water.
Yes, because I'm a good host.
Looks like
But-
Rand. Looks like
Oh.
Rand kind of appreciates Lanfear's attention.
I think that's like the change in the series, that Rand spent most of the second season, but like the first third of the second season, spending a lot of time with Lanfear and enjoying her company, which
True.
it didn't happen. In the books, Lanfear gets too creepy to Rand. Like the Rand is like, dude, I know we just hang out a lot, a couple of days, and you kind of like help me out, but it's just like we're just hanging out, dude. I don't understand why you're so fixated in me. and and she's like, you don't understand, you belong to me. It's like, dude, we just hang out yesterday. Because in her head, she's talking with Lewis. She doesn't. It's so stupid. She doesn't compute, and she even gets very creepy and says, "I should have got to you when you were a baby." Like, whoa, dude, what is that?
That is creepy. No, but remember, in the when they just that
Not in the series though. In the series, no.
in the press release, they talk about a crucial moment between Rand and Lanfear that may change whether they turn to the light or the dark side. Could this be that moment?
That she convinced him to kneel to the Dark One?
Well, I mean, where the temptation, could this be the moment of temptation? We don't know how it's going to resolve yet.
Yeah, I mean, if they put this element that like she's tempting him, and we are going to see like this future where he fell for the temptation because of her, then it does make sense, the second season, the romance, because then I was like, okay, this is a woman that he actually was connected with, he had a romantic entanglement with, so I can see why he is being tempted to throw all caution to the wind and go with
So
her.
he's being overdramatic
yeah.
about Lanfear the same way that he was overdramatic about Egwene the whole first season.
I don't see over dramatic. Like, he had a relationship with Lanfear in the series. That's the whole thing, right? He had a relationship with Egwene in the first season. He had a relationship
and he yelled and
with,
screamed at her half the
Lanfear.
season.
It's true. It's true.
Everybody
It's like
hates
in the books. In the books, he had a crush, and it was like kind of betrothed to Egwene, but it wasn't official.
Yeah.
It was just like, and he just hang out with Lanfear for like a couple of days, so he doesn't understand why Lanfear is so into him.
Until more and more of Luz creeps into his head, and then it starts to come to him a little bit more. He starts having more memories. But mostly he has memories about Ileana! He screams Ileana a lot.
That's the memories that he has of Lanfear are kind of negative, and this is what like she doesn't understand.
Kill them all, kill them.
Yeah, she's like, you just loved power. Oh, she's so good looking.
I'm betting this is Bubba's favorite shot from the whole teaser. Either this one or the one with all the girls gouthed out. Just my bet. Haven't talked to him about it, but he is Lanfear 100.
This is Lanfear and Rand, or Lanfear and a woman?
I think that's
Moiraine.
I think that's Moraine's
Moiraine,
hair
right?
on the right. Yeah. I think that is Moraine's hair.
That's like the big showdown between them two. Perhaps.
Ooh, yeah, could be. I like that.
The final boss fight.
The final boss fight where both of them lose.
Look at this.
Yeah, Moiraine, she naked. And she's soon dead.
No.
She gone soon because Lanfear's about to strangle her. Straddled on top of her.
So this is a reality where Lanfear and Moiraine were lovers.
There's another shot in here where Moiraine is kissing Swan. And I think that what they're going to show is Moiraine thinking that lanfear is Swan, and then
It's
lanfear
Swan.
turning
Yeah.
into lanfear and strangling her.
Classic, fantastic rope.
Yep. The next shot, more strangling. Now listen, lanfear has her kinks. She's into choking, right? But
She's
you got to change up the
into
position.
bondage.
You got to change up the position every once in a while. So now she's choking from behind.
And look, Moiraine is revealing some skin. Like, she has good legs. Wow.
Yeah, and good shoulders. I like her shoulders.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't like the
She's
expression
kind of
on her
dying.
face though. Yeah, she looks
She's
like
dying.
she's
Come on.
dying. Dying
Yeah.
to get out of there. Here's one where I think we might have to blur this out. It's a little bit too graphic.
Yeah.
Blood coming out of Moraine's neck. She's got her throat cut by you guessed it, lanfear.
Lanfear is just payback because she cut Lanfear's throat the second season. So
all of these shots, they have flipping cameras and they turn things
they
upside
are
down.
going to keep turning. Yeah, they are going to keep
all to let you know they're not real, but they're possible. Then that's Moiraine telling Lan, that if Rand is to survive, I can't, basically, which was awful, just absolutely awful. Now, in the books, she leaves a letter for Lan, but she doesn't tell him what's going on, right? Before she goes in the doorway. She doesn't actually tell Lan. Here, it seems like she's telling Lan what's going on. I mean,
to be fair, she has been prepping Lan for her demise since book 2.
Well, he said she did mention the whole thing about Muriel. No, she makes the plan with Muriel, but she doesn't. Does she tell him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Second book, they have this conversation.
That's right. She says, if anything should happen to me,
she's
I want to make sure
prepping. If anything happens, blah blah blah, and he's like, "I'm not a dog," or something like that.
What I'm saying is,
me.
What I'm saying is that when Moiraine comes out of Viridian, she doesn't say anything to anybody about what happened to her in the rings. She only starts to collect ter'angreals, one of them being the door, and make sure that they come back to Carrion with her so that it's there because she's foreseen this future with lanfear, so that she knows that she can push her through the door. Because the door is actually at Rhuidean, and they bring it back from there to Carrion when they come back to Carrion.
Yeah, but like in the series, Lan and her already had this back and forth, and they kind of made peace with each other in the end of the second season.
True.
So she confiding in him would be dramatically accurate with the status of their relationship in the TV series. Like in the books is much more like they have this relationship where it's less, they have conversations, but it's like there is a lot that they already figure out. But in the series, you got to see more of them, their struggles.
Okay, here we have Alana. We have Maxim to her left. We have Ivan to her right. Guess what? That's a new actor. The old actor Emmanuel.
It's a new actor, yeah.
Is no longer Ivan. This guy is Anthony Kay, I believe his name is. He'll do fine. I don't know how long he's going to last because we see a shot later on where she's crying over somebody. Pretty upset.
He looks good.
Way. Yeah, he looks good. Maxim, our snack order. Taylor Napier, looking fabulous as usual. Alana, Priyanka,
hot,
so beautiful, and she's so powerful. Remember, this is the first time we've seen her powered up, really, because she didn't do that much in season 2, but she hadn't done a whole lot since the middle of season 1, where she faced off with Loghain's army, and she's doing a very similar thing. I heard lots of people comment that they didn't like the CGI. They thought it looked bad. I thought it looked great. That's just me.
Look, it's just a shot. Let's see moving.
Yeah.
Like when it's moving, it's different, like in real time. So like in
Yeah,
just
but
a shot, sometimes it does look a little bit artificial. Yes.
yeah. But yeah, moving it, I don't even know.
That's cool. That's so cool.
This is the bubbles of evil, baby. From who was Rand with in Tyr? Was it Berlane that he was with in Tyr? She was trying to be all lovely with him and
Just a
everything.
second. There is someone. Oh, there is the bed with two.
I think one is his double,
Wow.
and I think there is higher resolution shots show that there is a woman in that bed. Now
There is a woman. There is another body there.
there is there's a double
Two.
there. 1, 2. I think there's 3. I think they're coming off of every remember those guys, the bubbles of evil,
4.
they come out of the mirror. Remember all the reflective surfaces? And so here he's doing his one power to yeah, there's one there. He's doing the one power to shatter all of the reflective surfaces, because that will get rid of the bubbles of evil. This guy has almost got to whoever that is. I don't know who that's supposed to be. What do you think they're going to do about the whole Elayne situation? Are they going to have, because he's going to run off to the waste, she's going to run off to Tanchico. They have an episode to flirt, and that's going to be it? Are they going to do that? Are they just going to leave it off the table? Because that's definitely not Elayne in that bed. That's for sure.
I will be completely honest. Like the Elayne Rand romance, it's bogus to me.
And how far are you on book? What?
Or so far, it's so like, do you like me, Rand? Kiss me, Rand. I'm like, oh my god, dude.
Check this box if you want to be my boyfriend. Have you gotten the 2 letters yet? With the one where she's just totally tells him that she's totally in love with him, and the one where she just like totally tells him that she totally hates him.
I can't with the romance. I mean, I have to keep telling myself they are teenagers, so of course they are terrible at this, of course. But reading is like, it's so embarrassing. Like the emotion. So if they could find a way,
check
of
1
getting
if
their
you want to be my
romance.
boyfriend. Check 2 if you don't.
If they can find a way of getting their romance a little bit more interesting, or I won't say realistic, because we are talking about a fantasy series, so it's not real. But like if they can get things that you can look at them as a couple and say, okay, I see, it's just not a girl looking at a boy and spending 10 minutes with a boy and deciding that she will marry and have his kids.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm actually very interested in how they are going to do it, because in my opinion, so far they are doing a good job in like making the relationships between the main characters more adult.
Well, okay. So as far as who's in the bed, though, then it probably not lanfear, because the bubbles of evil aren't going to attack lanfear.
I don't know who's in this bed.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It's not Elayne.
I don't think it's Elayne.
No,
I don't think it's
either.
Elayne.
I agree. It's not Elayne. It's not Egwene.
I mean,
Egwene and Rand are going to have to.
If in the books, if Rand says, Elayne, go to bed, I will do it right now, she would, without a question. But the series, they just met. So
yeah.
Am I lying or not?
No.
This is Elayne in the book.
But this is totally a recreation of the scene from Tyr, which is not happening in Tyr. To me, it looks like Tarvalin or Karan. I don't know which of the two.
Yeah,
the windows.
We go again, like in this adaptation thing. If it was in the books, whoa, okay, but like in the series, I don't think it's Elayne, and I don't think it's Egwene there.
Well,
do you think it's Egwene?
It can't be lanfear, because the bubbles of evil wouldn't attack lanfear.
Do you think it's just a random person?
Well, that's
Like,
even
it's another
scarier,
red
isn't it?
shirt? It's just a red shirt.
A,
Red just like, yeah, come.
a red shirt girlfriend. I mean, my God, you got Aviendha, you got Elayne, you've got men, you've got all these women who it could possibly be, and none of them. It's not any of them. It's just some random
It's just a
girl
red shirt.
that he picked up from an alley in Tarvalin.
Yeah. Sorry. We are trying to figure out. It might be that our ideas are not that good sometimes. I don't
Really?
know.
You think?
I'm just, yeah. I'm just going for elimination. I don't think it's Elayne. I don't think it's Egwene. Moiraine. I don't think it's Moiraine. I don't
No.
think it's. You mentioned Min.
I don't think Min's figured out that she's in love with Rand yet.
Reckless speculation.
Here we go. We talked about the tattoos earlier on Rand. Looky there, tattoos. Guess who that is, folks? That's Couladin. That's Couladin. And
who is sitting there behind?
there's some wise ones over Rand's right shoulder. There's some clan
chiefs. And
chiefs.
there are two sitting. Okay.
Yeah, that's a clan chief. That's a clan chief. I don't know if either of them are Ruark. They don't look big enough to be Ruark, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But this is obviously the Golden Bowl, where they're each trying to declare themselves the Karakan. And
hello,
lanfear, just like because the sun's shining right out of her head. Here's more of the Golden Bowl. This is a shot that I love.
That's a cool shot.
That is a cool shot. But look at this guy over here. This looks like this coat looks like the same one of that guy that was walking up the hill with him.
That's Palpatine.
That's Palpatine.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Rand has taken his jacket off finally. That goofy looking jacket.
He got serious. Yeah.
Yeah. He's showing off his tattoos now too, probably. And all the Aiel clans are over on this side. But look, see, I think they've reduced the number of clan chiefs as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 chairs. 1, 2, 3, 4 chairs. 8 clans as opposed to the 13 or 14 that are of the Aiel clans. And then the wise ones are off here to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people there, though. One of them may be Gai'don, who has toe to one of the Aiel. Who is this?
That's Gowan.
Is it Gowan? Galad? Or maybe it'll be a combination.
Galad?
Maybe they'll only do a combination character, but I think you're right. I think this is where he's about to get his.
It's Gaunlad. It's Gaunlad.
Gawalad.
Gawalad.
Yeah. I think this is about where he's about to get his butt kicked by Matt in the quarterstaff thing.
Yeah, but I think I will ask you to skip this because this is a good looking map. And
Pex?
We are family friendly. We are family friendly here. We don't.
But look at all the novices. No. They're googly eyed.
Oh my god!
That is not, folks. The close up of them. That is not Egwene and Elayne.
No,
look at them. Look at them.
Another.
That is not Egwene and Elayne. I am so sick of people saying, "Is that go?" It's not them.
It's red shirts.
So
okay, can you stop zooming in the body of this man?
Why? Quite the specimen, isn't it?
I don't want to.
It can't possibly be Gowan. It's got to be Galad because Gowan's just not. Nobody likes Gowan. There's Land. Now, see here, he looks kind of mad too, but I think this is part of that scene where he's training with Rand.
No, I don't think he looks mad. He looks ready for battle. He's like, I'm going to go to battle.
Don't you want to get angry when you're ready for battle? He's training with Rand. I'm pretty sure that's the same shot as when they had their backs to each other with their swords up. Just a continuation a little later on, where they're actually swinging them at each other.
He's very good looking. Oh,
here's Perrin making his half moon axe. Perrin making his half moon axe. It's got to be Marcus Rutherford's big arms there,
So
swinging that sword.
he can kill more. He can kill more White Cloaks.
Yeah, since he killed one that he didn't actually kill in the books, he's going to kill more. Yeah,
He's a serial killer now.
he's got to have the weapon of choice, which is an axe. But he's making a half moon one because that maybe will keep him from turning into a werewolf.
Oh, look at this Min. Hello, Min.
I love Min. Min's so fierce on the outside. I do not like what they've done with her character in the show. I do not like the whole selling Matt out thing. I think that was awful. But hopefully they have this season to redeem her story. And it looks like instead of being with Swan as they're running away from the tower, she's instead going to be in Tanchico. I think this is Tanchico garb here that she's wearing, especially with the headband. She's in a storeroom.
Are they going to? Swan has to run away, right?
You would think.
Season.
You would think. Trying to think.
Who she's going to run away
well,
with?
They're going to have the coup. She's going to run away, but I don't think Min's going to be there.
Yeah.
I don't know how. See, I thought maybe if they did the whole coup thing while everybody was still in Karian, somehow she could link up with Logain there the way that she does in the books.
That was another possibility that we discussed last season.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that, evidently.
We might not see the coup.
Yeah.
We might say, okay, she's in Karian, and then Logain's there, and then it comes news. Okay, you're no longer Amerlin Sit.
Yeah. It's probably not going to happen. But here,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure
I prefer this way. I like the idea of their fighting for the throne.
This shot here looks like one of the storerooms at the museum in Tanchico, where they, in Tanchico, actually the goal is to get.
Is there a gold there?
Huh?
Is there a gold there? There is like some animal with these horns there.
Yeah,
on the back.
That's a goat. There's lots of taxidermy, which is indicative of Tanchico.
Mm-hmm.
There's a wild hog skull over here somewhere. Does look like a globe right there.
That's a cool store or museum. Yeah,
it is. And I'm just suspecting it's part of that museum where in the books, of course, they find the seal, but I don't think that's an important thing. Part of this is just about capturing Mogadishu and getting the Black Aja, and I think Min's going to go with them on that instead of with Swan.
So she's like on a mission against the Black Aja instead of running away with Swan.
Yeah, I think she's with Elayne and Nynaeve instead of running with Swan and Lyanna.
Okay.
Matt.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Matt.
Matt's all scarry. What happened to Matt? Is that from his fight with Galad? Did he get nicked up by a sword? I don't know. Light.
Well,
strange
I don't
light.
think so. Strange light.
They're not gonna do the hanging thing. So I've seen people say, "Oh, maybe the marks are from the rope," and I'm saying, no, that's not the kind of rope, the kind of marks that rope makes anyway. Maybe he got beat up because he won too many dice games. If they go that route, but
yeah, the dice games he starts winning, right? There is like
it's dice.
No?
He just starts rolling dice like mad, and it's really good. I don't know how much they're going to do him having all of his memories. He had all of his memories in the moment with the Heroes of the Horn. But as you know,
so you think he lost? It was just a moment thing.
Well,
it was just a moment thing.
He spends the whole 6 books where memories just kind of come into him, and he doesn't even understand where they come from. So he starts actually getting to use those memories pretty well by the time you get to book 8, 9. But he doesn't have a whole lot of comprehension of them. So I'm guessing they could say, well, the Heroes of the Horn thing, where he remembered everything, or he said he did, maybe a temporary thing. Okay. They could do that. I don't know that they will.
I could buy.
I'd like it if they did, because that might mean that this light here is coming from a door. But it depends on where he is. Is he in Tarvalin? I can't tell by the rocks. Is he in Tanchico? We know that Matt's storyline is going to go to Tanchico with Elayne and Nynaeve. It's not going to go to Rhuidean with Rand and Moiraine. We know this for a fact from set reports and things like that, which is a shame, once again. But if you've already given Matt the Ashen Dagarai, he doesn't need to go through that last door to get the Ashen Dari. They've ruined Matt's character. Hopefully they'll get it right, set straight better this season.
I think they're going to get it right this season. Oh, look at those two.
This is Mogi.
They look very friendly.
Yeah, Mogi looking at Liandrin intently. I think Mogi has already compelled her and told her to do something as this shot goes by. Because she's walking away in the trailer. So she's like, yeah, you're going to go do this. And Liandrin's like, okay. This is where I think Lanfear is portraying
this is the
Swan.
scene that you think that, that's one, okay.
The love shack that is really in the dreamland itself, too. That's how they go through that Terangrial to meet up. So I think this is all Lanfear's concoction and Moiraine's dream. As she foresees it, in the shot. This is the makeup. This is the makeout section of the trailer, right here. Because
there is Perry with someone.
That is Fael. Isabella. I can't remember her last name. I cannot remember.
She looks good.
It starts with a B. I apologize, folks. I cannot remember her last name.
Perry is buff. Look at this. Yeah. Look at his arms. Wow,
yeah, he's built.
That's hot.
He's been blacksmithing, making an axe. Yes, we get Fael.
Do you think there will be bubbles of evil there too? Bubbles of evil.
There might be some bubbles. You might call them evil. You might call them delightful. But anyway,
bubbles of evil. Such a stupid name.
Bubbles of evil. They're important. Fael, ladies and gentlemen. John from What Up, back in August of 2023, said that this actress was cast, and I wish I could remember her name. Isabella something, starts with a B. Said that she would be playing Fael. He is correct. Go Google Isabella something.
Isabella something.
Go Google Isabella something starts with a B. Anyway, who is that? Here is the big fandom debate. Is that Elayne in Tanchico garb?
It doesn't look Elayne, does it? It looks Grimes. She looks like Grimes.
So here is the phrase that the fandom has been using.
Grimes.
Elayne or Elayne? I love that. Elayne or Elayne? That's been the debate. Half the fandom thinks that it is Elayne, half the fandom thinks that it isn't. There is an actress.
I don't think so. I don't think it's Elayne.
But she's obviously in Tanchico, given the garb and everything.
Okay, then it's Elayne. You convinced me, Matt. It's Elayne.
Maybe it's a glamour, and they used a different actress or a similar looking actress to make it look like it isn't Elayne, but it actually is.
I mean, people can change a lot depending on makeup. She has a lot of makeup there, so
she does. That's why people have been analyzing this girl's nose for 2 weeks now.
I don't want to analyze this nose.
If it is Elayne, I'd analyze her nose all day, but that's just me. Here's Egwene. She knows. I think she's in Teleron Riyadh here.
Yeah, she is.
Because everything's kind of blurry and squirrely around her. And she's doing the thing. And I don't know if this is before her and Rand both end up there or not. There's Rand. Look at those teeth. Oh my goodness. Perfect,
blue light.
jawline, perfect dimples, blue light. He's yeah.
He's in a dream.
He's in the glass columns is where I think he is.
Yeah.
Which is more or less a walking through a dream through an artifact. He's screaming. Why is he screaming? Because his ancestor Gai'don is screaming over his mother's body.
Shit.
This is right after Tam took. This is right after Tam took Rand away. And there's Daddy, and he finds her. Hey, look who that is. Can you tell who that is?
He's a good-looking man. Who is this guy?
It's Josha, in a prosthetic nose with a beard.
Oh my God!
Rafe said in an interview a while back,
he looks amazing.
That Josha will be playing all of his relatives in the glass columns, and with prosthetics and beards and everything. It's all Josha. Everything.
Wow.
The hair is different. That first shot, the hair is different, but you can tell it's Rand, right? Or you can tell that it's one of Rand's ancestors. But he'll be doing lots of these too, which is just so cool. I think that he's doing all of those. Liandrin and Alanna. This is a continuation of that fight we saw earlier with Alanna scooping up everything.
And she's burning. This goes on with that spoiler from Brazil, from
the scene.
Do Povo do Dragão, that the Swan is burning Liandrin.
Yeah. Wow. So this is Swan has already done her business, and now Liandrin and Alanna are taking the fight to the streets. It looks like, continue, taking it to the streets. Down it. Take it. No, okay.
Things got serious.
Things got serious. They had to take it outside. Lots of power being forced there. Liandrin looks badass. There's Perrin. There's the Battle of Two Rivers. Aram. Is that Aram back there? The little Tuathwan boy?
Hmm.
Is that the Tuathwan boy? There.
Look, there's a white cloak. There's a white cloak
back there.
It's going to be killed by Perrin because he doesn't like these people.
Well, he's got the axe, and he's got
Child Valda.
Perrin has an axe to grind with the white cloaks.
He just saw Child Valda.
If you see this shot in full motion, you see him bring down the axe. He's got the half moon axe finished. Is this Fael over here on the left or on the right?
Yeah, I think so. Fighting? But he just saw Child Valda here.
Yeah.
That's like
the best character in the whole series, Child Valda.
That's the face you do when you see Child Valda. That's the expression.
Not very much Perrin in this trailer either. There's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
She's very upset. I suspect it's because one of her warders been killed, because the only time we've ever seen anybody be that upset that's an Aes Sedai is when one of their warders died. Like the yellow Aja Aes Sedai in season 2 finale, or season 2 penultimate, I guess it was. So yeah, poor Alanna. She's lost either Ivan or Maxim, or maybe both. I don't know. Depends.
Oh,
this is the money shot. Moiraine with punk hairdo, short hair, not really punk. She's all bloody because there's lanfear dressed, with a bloody knife. She likes stabbing
Matt
Moiraine
looks
in the shoulder.
awesome. Matt looks awesome.
Yeah.
I really like Matt here.
And so here's Rand off to the right.
Wow.
Now all of our heroes are dark friends or chosen in this particular alternate. Look at Egwene.
Wow. Is this Egwene?
This is Egwene right next to Rand. Looky there. The only thing that's the same about Nynaeve is the fact that she kept braids, except she's got more of them. But yeah, there's Nynaeve. You got Lanfear just chewing up all the scenery in the center.
But Matt is so
Look
cool.
at Matt.
Look at Matt.
Matt's got a costume change. Finally. Actually, Matt had a costume change in season 2 when Nynaeve had her acceptance test. So Matt only gets a costume change in alternate realities. Otherwise, he wears the same clothes the whole time. He may have been in different clothes in the earlier shot. I don't know. Look at Nynaeve, all decked out. She's got a mohawk.
No, this is Elayne, right?
Or Elayne, yeah, Elayne. Look at Elayne. She's got a mohawk. Then Perrin. Perrin's got dreads.
Who is this other guy? Isn't this Rand? Again? How many Rands we have? This guy.
This one?
No. Right on the back of Perrin.
I think that's Mogi.
Really? Oh yeah, it's Mogi. It's Mogi, yeah.
It is Mogi.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Mogi.
There's no way that could be. And that person.
No, it's Mogi. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I think it's Mogi.
But look at this. Moiraine is so powerful that all these people to kill her. So she should be at least.
No. They're just there to watch. Okay. Lanfear doesn't need any help. They're just there to just enjoy the show. That's all they're there for. They need to be entertained. Then there's Rand carrying Moiraine.
Poor Moiraine.
This is the post-Roydian experience. Look at the sun over Rand's right shoulder. He who comes with the dawn.
That poor baby Moiraine.
He who comes with the dawn. Rand has his tattoos. He is now the Karakhan. Well, he hasn't been declared, so he's got to go to the Golden Bowl for that. But
no, Matt, you declared him, so he is.
Well, of course, everything I say goes. He who comes with the dawn.
Yeah.
That's exactly correct. So those are all the shots from the trailer. We kind of breezed through those last ones. The audio audience is completely lost because we're not describing any of them. But what did I miss? Think back on all the things we've talked about. All of it? Yeah.
Oh my God, we had like some feedback.
We do have some feedback.
Oh, let me read. Thank you for your podcast about the Rings of Power. I enjoy both seasons so far. I'm looking forward to the next. It's funny. I don't know because my face is there. I never bothered where the sun went up. But no, this is for you, Matt, about the sun.
Thank you for your podcast about the Rings of Power.
The east or west is it does not make a difference to the story. And the tomatoes on the Lost Island. If you don't see how they are grown, does not mean they are not grown somewhere. See it, Matt? We never see everything in a show or movie, or even a book. How often do you see characters go to the bathroom? But I'm sure they go to the bathroom. It's not necessary to show everything. It is not important to the story. Thank you, Tinkerbell 11.
Tinkerbell 11, wonderful comments, and I deserve that. However, Land peed on a tree last season. At least we saw Land peeing on a tree. Therefore, Wheel of Time is better than Lord of the Rings.
That's as good reason as any. Matt, my friend, I heard your retirement announcement.
This is from my nemesis. Let me read this one. This one because this is my nemesis.
Okay.
This is my nemesis, Patman23 on the site formerly known as Twitter. He is also now just Patman on Blue Sky. If you want to follow him there, folks, I highly recommend it. Matt, my friend, he says with jest, I heard your retirement announcement. I'll miss your insights, especially, but not limited to, your musical analysis. Looking forward to your coverage of Wheel of Time Season 3 and the Hedge Knight, Dunk and Egg, Knights of the Seven Kingdoms season. Those are my last two. Well, I'm going to cover that. That's going to the first season of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is going to be my very last thing that I do. Thank you, Patman. I appreciate the kind words, even though I know that you did not mean a single one of them. Patman on Blue Sky says this. He's given me these compliments. He's setting me up for something, Priscilla. As a non-reader to the Wheel of Time TV show, I really appreciated Matt's recent trailer breakdown, giving me just a hint of context so I can probably appreciate the season a bit more when it drops. Matt is a valued employee of Double P Podcasts. His bitter online nemesis, values him. What are you setting me up for, Patman? What are you setting me up for? Thank you very much for the kind words, Pat. I love you, bud.
That's nice.
Yeah. Now we can talk about stuff from our discussion with Bubba about the adaptation series, where Anna NZ says, I did not like the way Egwene frees herself as it completely clashes within the ways that the magic in the world works. And the Damani and Adam are very important in the future. This is true. It also made Nynaeve and Elayne pretty much useless when their plot in the books was being the ones to free Egwene. That is also true.
Well, but Nynaeve, we already discussed about Nynaeve and how she sometimes is useless and sometimes she's overpowered. So this was an instance that she just flipped the coin. I'm going to be useless now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's true.
Because of course she's blocked, as the Pogo do Drago said. Emil OR says it was a pretty poor adaptation. Talking about the Wheel of Time series, all of us fans understand you can't have it exactly as it is in the books, but they made too many changes in the timeline, changes to main characters. It's not part of the books and doesn't help moving the adaptation forward, but is rather there to modernize it. Talking about Lord of the Rings is still the gold standard for how to adapt a book series to the big screen. Well, the movies, yes. Oh. Not necessarily the television show. I don't care about.
But even the movies, they change things, dude. Like Samwise, he's not white. In the books, he's not white. He's from another outset of the.
Well, I would think that if you were going to criticize Peter Jackson, it'd be more about the lack of Tom Bombadil. But
no, there is the lack of Tom Bombadil. Arwen did not rescue Frodo, so there's a lot of things that they changed to make it more flowing. No? And and they made Legolas a bigger character than Legolas is in the books. And they made Legolas do this like cool elvish stuff in the battles.
Well, because he's the best looking dude. I mean, that was a good marketing strategy.
It's for me, yeah. It was for me, totally. But I mean,
The Big says, I'd argue that the book does not reveal right away that Rand is the Dragon Reborn. In actuality, the first book and the first season kept an intriguing mystery throughout most of them, only to answer it towards the end with the same shocking reveal that Rand is the Dragon Reborn, but each keeps a different question, and they both answer the other's questions very on. In the show, that question is, who is the Dragon Reborn? While in the books, it's, what the heck is happening to our boy Rand? I disagree. I totally disagree, and here's why. They had to take a scene that is very easy to identify Rand as the Dragon Reborn when Tam is in the woods, all delirious, and he talks about getting Rand off the mountain. You know instantly that Rand is the central character of this story. From that moment on, you know instantly that Rand is the Dragon Reborn. At least I did. They had to take that scene out of the show at the beginning and move it all the way to the end just to make a mystery. And that to me is bad adaptation. So
the whole comment, I think it reads better in the last paragraph.
Andrews 6013 says the adaptation of Wheel of Time is poor. The answer is poor. I'm getting a lot more feedback on my side than you're on Bubba's side. Daniel Broom.
That's because you admit.
But that's because I'm correct. Yes. I would say lanfear shouldn't be any higher than very good as far as our tiers. This is just purely my opinion for it as an adaptation, specifically when contrasting to how well they translated the character from the book, not an opinion about the character in isolation in the show on its own merits. It's a good point, Daniel. Actress was good. Arguably, she would have been disguised for part of the season as a younger or at least more naive girl, not a mature woman rubbing elbows with nobility. But the casting isn't really at issue here, just the personality. The character was also out of character in how she was approaching Rand from the books. She wasn't playing into stereotypes of what she thought Rand wanted and wasn't constantly trying to frame him into a leadership position. And lastly, it seems that they went out of their way to not put her into white clothing and make her outfits overwhelmingly black for seemingly no reason. It's kind of an important visual trait for lanfear to have the white clothing aesthetic. Certainly, she deserves a fairly good grade on the adaptation for other reasons, but a lot of her core characteristics were changed quite a bit, which doesn't make it perfect as an adaptation specifically. Who put her on perfect? Was that me and you, or was that Bubba?
Baba and I, we both put it perfect.
You two.
And I put it perfect specifically because I think that they added something else to the character that it was not present in the book. So everything that he's saying that is like different from the books in terms of characterization and the presentation of the character, I enjoyed more in the series. I enjoyed more that it was an adult woman manipulating a younger man. I enjoyed more that her approach to Rand was aggressive, was sexual. I enjoyed that she went straight to the thing and that she tried to bring Lewis out of him using this kind of thing instead of like in the books where she keeps forcing him to be this leader that he's not yet. Yeah.
I can't say I disagree with you. On the other hand, I can see his point where it's like, if you just
it's true.
Yeah. Finally, last bit of feedback here. This is from Penny Laspida. Thank you for your feedback. This was on my spoiler-free podcast that Penny commented this on. I want to see Bubbles of Evil. Such a silly name, Bubbles of Evil. I think we did. I think we saw Bubbles of Evil in that teaser.
I think it's a very silly name for a very serious thing because it kills people anyway.
It is weird. It's a weird name. Folks.
But I like it. I really imagine Bubbles of Evil.
Folks, that's all that we have time for. We've gone way too long. This episode has been split up into 2 episodes, maybe 3, depending on how long it is. And we hope that you enjoyed all of our discussions about the trailer. Everybody loves you, Priscilla. They know how much more right you are than I am. So you can send your hate mail to me instead. MatthewMurdoch.bluesky or .bsky.social on the Blue Sky, at BusBlockbuster on the site formerly known as Twitter until January 1st. You can send emails to mattsaudioblog@gmail.com, mattsaudioblog@gmail.com. You can get me fired. It doesn't matter. I'm retiring at the end of this season of Wheel of Time anyway. But you can get me fired early by contacting the bosses.
You said you're going to retire after the Hedge Knight.
Right, but this will be the last thing I do for Double P. Before the Dragon is not part of Double P Media.
Oh, okay. They didn't pay royalties, right?
They didn't pay anything, which is why Before the Dragon is still on its own feed. But you know that because you make 4 times as much as I do. So if you want, if you want to keep me from finishing the Wheel of Time on Double P Media, tweet the bosses or send posts on all social medias at the word double, the letters PHQ, every site except probably OnlyFans, although you might want to check there too. I've digressed. At the word double, the letters PHQ, please get Bubba to 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible, so that I haven't retired before he makes his acapella version of The Only Murders in the Building scene. At the word double, the letter P, the word media is the YouTube channel. Subscribe today. This has been Matt.
Bye.
Goodbye.